You're tuned in to KEXP live at home. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce the phenomenal duo Blimes and Gab. Hey.
What's up,
How y'all doing?
Oh, we good.
Yeah.
We're finally out of the 100 degree spot in LA, so we're
okay.
Much better.
Can breathe again.
Say that. Oh my God, I didn't even think about the air out there. How's the air been?
Trash,
but it's usually trash.
The whole West Coast. Oh my God.
Right.
We're gonna get into some music. If you guys want to introduce the first couple songs.
Yes.
I think we're kicking it off with something that might make you groove a bit.
Ooh, a little Shelly action.
Yeah, let's get into Shellys.
Come on.
Off our new album, Talk About It.
Talk About It. Live on KEXP.
I just wanna.
Hey, yo, Gab, what's a Shelly?
I just wanna.
Okay. Word.
You're gonna remix that.
I love it.
What's up, Shellys?
If you know this song, sing along. Let's go.
I just wanna cruise with you, groove with you. Baby, we can dance tonight. I wanna feel the mood with you, cool with you. Baby, let's just do it right. Can I get next to you? Anything less won't do. So I suggest you get to moving.
Yeah.
Two-stepping in this venue as I pull myself against you. I don't care who's there, it's clearly you I'm choosing.
That's right.
Let your body speak to me. You can't deny the chemistry. Vibing with your energy for real.
That's real.
It's real.
It's real.
The lights is turning on. The DJ play the final song. Think it's time we take it home so we can chill.
Let's chill.
It's chill.
Everybody, come on. Yeah.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Tonight we turn miles into millimeters. You and me, that's gravity. I feel the real between us. Bring it right here. I show you where you see this. Yeah, I'm like an usher in the movie theater. Who eager to get it litty than a kitty bag. So we show love, give hugs, and we merely rock.
Back to my spot, a few city blocks. I'm used to these rocks. Tonight we don't talk enough.
Work me blue collar, ooh holla. Got the juice like Adwala. And we going round for round like it's Mancala. Chill mañana. If you dollar bill with the no.
Let your body speak to me. You can't deny the chemistry. Vibing with your energy for real.
That's real.
It's real.
It's real.
The lights is turning on. The DJ play the final song. Think it's time we take it home so we can chill.
Let's chill.
It's chill.
Everybody, let's go.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Drinks back before the ice melts. Gon' drink that.
Where the ladies at and where the G's at? Ayo, DJ, gon' bring that back. Ice down, drinks back before the ice melts. Gon' drink that. Where the ladies at and where the G's at? KEXP, you know I need that, yeah.
Let your body speak to me. You can't deny the chemistry. Vibing with your energy for real.
That's real.
It's real.
It's real.
The lights is turning on. The DJ play the final song. Think it's time we take it home so we can chill.
Let's chill.
It's chill.
Everybody, come on. Hey.
La da 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 da.
Two-step.
La da 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 da.
Like it's somebody's auntie
La da 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 da.
or uncle.
Da da da.
Let's get it.
La da 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 da. 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 La da 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 da.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a macaroon. Yeah.
Love dessert.
Anyway, this one's Deux Trois.
Deux Trois.
Yes.
Let's go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, hey.
Get into it.
Deux Trois. You hear that bass, bass?
banging out my car. Deux Trois. They want this work, but that is not my job.
Say,
Deux Trois. You hear that bass banging out my car? Deux Trois. You know you want that work, you better get that work, you know ya.
Yeah. Been on my Mac shit, out in Cali, bumping pocket pack div. Nope, y'all not proactive. Catherine Zeta Jones type attractive. It's how the deal gotta look if we rollin', baby. Came correct for they necks like we going crazy. You looking like a shot that I had to shoot. Flow going padded room, bag of shrooms. Took the caps off like a caddy roof. Stem from the attitude of howdy do. Dad's back in town and I'm proud of you. Never miscarry friends, that's dead weight. Ben Franks will never make my head change. But I do smile every time I get paid. So it's true, I'll always go to work. Leg day, now shake it loose like a bolt on my bed frame.
Yo, you're wild.
Hey,
Deux Trois. You hear that bass banging out my car? Deux Trois. They want this work, but that is not my job. Deux Trois. You hear that bass banging out my car? Deux Trois. You know you want that work, you better
get that work, you know ya.
I'm blowing up, you can check my mentions. I get checks, collect, then invest them. I pull up and rev up my engine. Hop out, don't need clout to impress him. My henchman got a death wish, I attest this. Said smoke make the room choke, that's asbestos. Backstroke flow that I know you obsessed with. Sex in the champagne room and you on a guest list. Slide through like a Vadaloo, then I exit. Fuck your rules and your platitudes. We don't cheat, man, we rather lose. That's arena attitude. And you mad at who?
But we still won.
Spitting like an Aquafina, Nina, that's a water gun. But if we shooting, then you gotta run. Fuck these niggas, now I got a son. Where you think you got your habits from? It's hard to call it work when we having fun. Deux Trois. You hear that bass banging out my car? Deux Trois.
You know you
They want this work,
but that is not my job.
Come on, Deux Trois.
You hear that bass banging out my car?
Come on, Deux Trois. You know you want that work, you better get that work, you know ya. Go and get the, throw it in the trunk. Go and get the, throw it in the trunk. Go and get the bag, throw it in the trunk.
So when you get the
Go and
bag,
get the bag, throw it in the
you
trunk.
throw it in the trunk?
When you go and get the bag, throw it in the trunk. When you go and get the bag, throw it in the trunk. Go and get the bag.
we're learning here. Go and get the bag, yeah. Deux Trois.
You hear that bass banging out my car?
Say,
Deux Trois.
That's right.
They want this work, but that is not my job. Deux Trois. You hear that bass banging out my car? Deux Trois. You know you want that work, you better get that work, you know ya.
Uno, dos, tres.
You know you want that work, you better get that work, you know ya.
Ichi, ni, san.
You know you want that work, you
You
better
better-
get that work, you know ya.
1, 2, 3.
You know you want that work, you
You
better get that work, you know ya.
It's hot.
Instructional advice from Blimes and Gab.
Hilarious.
You gotta get the
Put
bag
it in
and
the
tuck
trunk.
it.
That's right.
Yeah. Love it so much, man. Y'all are some spitters. I swear, every time I see and hear y'all, it fills my 90s heart with pride and joy. Thank y'all for making music.
Thanks, bro.
That's an
Absolutely.
honor for real. Like, we just wanted to keep this shit alive.
Right.
Absolutely. For our KEXP listeners who may be new to both of y'all, this is a debut album for y'all as a duo, but you're both very seasoned as solo MCs. I was wondering if we could go a little bit into your X-Men origin story. When you started making music, where you were. And I was hoping to start with you, Gab, because I know you got deep Seattle roots, Central District roots.
Super deep.
Yeah.
Man.
I think you were in high school the first time I heard you rap, actually.
Was I? Was.
Maybe.
Yeah, might have been. About 2000.
And it was in a video, I want to say. And
Oh,
I was like,
was it the with
and
Sam
I was like,
and
who-
Shakir?
yeah, exactly.
That was My House. That was 2011 or 2010.
Gabriel
a
has
very
a photographic memory.
That was the very first time I heard you
The
spit.
Gabriel is very, very much like Seattle hip hop legend. So for him to know that surprises me not.
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah, pish
No,
posh.
I'm saying don't say that, but yeah, thank you though.
But it's true. But no, my musical roots started very, very young. I would say definitely growing up in the church. That was when I first like started actually like playing music and stuff. From the piano to the drums. What else? I mean, it was always, come middle school, I was, freestyling and, at the lunch table and stuff like that, and on the play yard, and then, kind of grew.
What middle school was that for the Seattle heads that want to know?
Meanie.
Hey, Meanie. Shout out to
middle
Meanie.
School, big Jaguar energy.
You know what I'm saying?
BJ.
I don't think it's there anymore though. But
No, it's not.
of course not. But yeah, so then graduated from that to like, writing, whether it be just, poems or raps or whatever. And then I didn't really start taking the rap seriously till about like 2012. And that was when I really started like, going to the venues and like going to shows and stuff like that. That's when I ended up linking with Julian, who's one of my closest friends, and he's Nacho's cousin, and he ended up bringing me around, Nacho and them, and that was during that time where they were first starting More Gang, and then that's how I got into that, and then kind of the rest is history,
Yeah. How many solo albums, mixtapes do you have under your belt?
I believe 6.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been working.
Been working,
Yeah. What about you, Blimes? I'll do the same thing with you I did with Gab, which is I first heard of you in I want to say it was like a cypher video, but I don't remember what it was called.
Potentially either Team Backpack.
Team Backpack is what it was.
Cypher Effect on the rooftop with a bunch of girls from LA. It was Team Backpack.
It was Team Backpack. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was dope. It was popping in San Francisco. They would have, the best of the Bay, and then they eventually expanded to have, the best of the states, and I think they even did globally as well. But yeah, it was an honor to be on that in the early days and be cast so often, to be on it quite a few times. I got the opportunity to do so, which really helped build a name for myself. But I started playing music as a kid. My dad is a blues musician, and my grandfather was a jazz musician. And so, music was heavy in my household and outside. My dad had me on the side of the stage at the shows, and, my mom would take us to the shows, or I would sit at the bar back when the rules weren't as strict back in the 90s, sit at the bar and watch my dad play. And, I picked up a guitar around 4th grade and started writing songs and playing music, and it was therapy for me. I felt hella different from a lot of the kids around me. I grew up inner city San Francisco. I went to public school, looked, talked, dressed differently than a lot of the kids around me. And I was cool with that because I had an outlet, and that was music. I started battle rapping in middle school, 12 years old on the schoolyard. And I want to say 8 Mile wasn't even out yet. So like battle rap wasn't even known on like a mainstream scale yet. It was really just like a really inner city cultural thing that, kids and poets and young artists and, hip hop heads were doing. And I saw kids on the schoolyard battling one day, and I was like, you know what? I've been writing a lot of poetry. I've been keeping it to myself. I got rhyme schemes down. I listened to hella hip hop. Like, I think I could do this. So I jumped in the circle and won. And then I just kept winning, and it became like a big competition every day. Took that into high school, battled in high school, and took actually battle rap all the way up into the big leagues like Grind Time, YouTube, and was doing that for a while. And that really helped solidify a name for myself in hip hop, which is how some of the greats had heard of me. Like Method Man reached out because he had seen my battle raps. And
Method Man reached out to you. That's amazing.
Through somebody else. Yeah, he was like, when Drop the Mic was starting, on TBS, the celebrity rap battle show. Method Man was like, you got to get Blimes here on the crew. You got to get Blimes in the room because she's one of the best battle rappers. And to have him vouch for me was amazing. And when we met in person, he was like, hey, I just want to let you know though, like, what he said, word is bond. Like, word is bond, your music is tight. He was like, most battle rappers don't make tight music. You make tight music. And he was like reciting my lyrics to me. And so that was at a point in my life when I was...
That's fun. That's such a moment.
It was insane because I was about to quit. I didn't think this was for me anymore. I didn't find my footing.
Why were you going to quit?
Because I wanted to get away from battle rap because it wasn't in line with like who I am. Like I grew up in San Francisco, you know, and like just like really believed in unity and community, and battle rap was kind of this completely artificial version of myself because it was all about tearing another person down and perpetuating really negative, you know, stereotypes. And I was like, that's not me. I'm not with it. I have to get away. It was not aligned. And so I got away from it. And when I did, I changed my name to try and leave that in the past. When I changed my name, I had a really hard time rebuilding my brand with algorithms becoming part of a marketing block for independent artists. It was much harder for me to restart with a new name, with not a lot of resources. And so I was like, you know, maybe this is it. Maybe my time in this arena is up, and it's time for me to find somewhere a new craft. And when I met Method Man, he affirmed that this is exactly where I was supposed to be. And Gab and I linked up and did Come Correct shortly after that, and things just kept aligning. I literally wasn't allowed to stop. I was like, okay, universe, I hear you. Like, let's go. I'll show up. You keep putting the things in front of me, and I'll keep walking towards them.
That's awesome. So how long was it between that Method Man conversation and recording Come Correct?
I would say I remember calling Gab after that happened. She was probably the first person I told about it because I knew what a writer for Method Man she was and what a fan she was. She's probably the first person I even sent the track to or anything.
That's awesome.
And that interaction between us, sharing that excitement, really built our long distance friendship because I was in the Bay and LA and she was in Seattle, and we would talk about that all the time and be like, man, we got to do something. And I would say Come Correct probably came a year after that, or 6 months.
I don't even think it was a full year.
A full year? Yeah. But the song ended up, the single Hot Damn with Method Man, I ended up releasing after Come Correct came out. So yeah, we recorded it post having the Method Man conversation, but I held on to the Method Man track to release after Come Correct came out.
Yeah, and for people just joining us in the journey of Blimes and Gab, Come Correct would be basically y'all's first single together. They had the video that, in my opinion, went super viral. I saw it everywhere, you know. Shot in front of the promenade, the Red Apple right there on 23rd and Jackson, on some visual documentation, you know, of the CD history. Thank you for doing that. I used to shop there, and they had like the best music in the aisles. I miss that store.
Man,
they had the cracking soundtracks.
Hands down. I don't know if it's all Red Apples or just that one.
No, it was that one. Trust me, it was that one. It wasn't. It's not all of them.
R.I.P.
For real.
Before we jump ahead, I wanted to ask Blimes. So how many solo albums do you have under your belt?
Albums, I have 3.
Okay.
So full length, and then I have 1 EP.
Okay. So everybody
and those are
out there,
like hard to find. They're somewhere in the internet.
Are they?
But they're
Well, it's the listeners' challenge to go find those records and support them. You know what I mean?
Oh, they'll find them.
Yeah. So let's get back to the music. I could talk to y'all all day, but we're gonna come back on and I'm gonna ask y'all some more questions. I love this. So up next is Sacred. Y'all want to talk about this song?
Oh,
definitely.
man.
This was a fun time.
Hella fun. We recorded this one in New York, and it's produced by Sean C. and LV. From Sean C. and LV.
If you're familiar with rappers such as Jay-Z.
Right, like if you've heard of like American Gangster, like just those guys. Nothing. No.
They're working with legends. Come on, man.
I remember there's a bar in the second verse and I was like, I'm vibing off a glass of effervescence. And literally, we pulled up to this nice ass recording studio that Sean invited us to, and he was like, "Yeah, let's get a bottle of rosé and some ice." And we got somebody ran and got a bottle from the store and brought it back. And then I was like, "We could just do this?
Right.
Can someone get us another bottle of rosé? Like, let's go!" But yeah, we made magic happen, and it was really dope of Sean to invite us in like that. And that happened a lot after Come Correct came out, and we're forever touched and grateful for the opportunities we've had to work with our idols.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, that's fire. Mm-hmm. Let's get it. Sacred. Live on KEXP at home.
Hey, Gab, you want to do Sacred?
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
What's up?
If you're at home, feel free to get up and two-step with us.
Come on.
What's up?
Yeah.
Keep the right ones around you, ones who's gonna keep you grounded. Love is gonna hold you down when it all goes around.
Yeah.
Stay with the ones you came with. Protect your space, keep your circle sacred. Stay with the ones you came with. Protect your space, keep your circle sacred. Look, lately I've been on my bullshit. When it comes to rhymes, Blimes who I'm gon' do it. Bustin' with the rhyme, got a full clip. Nines and all kind of pantomime. Spit game dripping alkaline. Crew booming like a dynamite. So when we blow up,
Buddy, you don't know us.
hustle through the summer, sprinter for the winter. Tussle with the muscle, tryna hustle with the winners. I can feel it, but how I'm feeling, you don't wanna hear it. How I'm gunning, you don't even see me coming to you near it. I don't want it if it's fucking with my spirit. Gotta look up in the mirror, peer at my appearance. Top tier from my peers, I'm fearless. Whole team brilliant, we get clearance. See no ceilings, when I see them, I see my children. We gon' keep building till we see a billion. Keep the right ones around you, ones who's gon' keep you grounded. Love is gon' hold you down when it all goes around. Yeah, stay with the ones you came with. Protect your space, keep your circle sacred. Stay with the ones you came with. Protect your space, keep your circle sacred.
I'm vibing off a glass of effervescence. I only rap on beats that leave an everlasting presence. Mastering the tact it takes to keep the inner essence of a light that's turning green before you reach the intersection. Keep it cruising till you're moving at a pace to bless us with longevity forever in a day and never fade away. This ain't threes with She Wallace. Talking what you walking, brought the shovel digging deep pockets. I got family to feed, so I don't see options or obstacles. I just keep hopping like it's Frogger on the last of levels. If it's hands out, they better be attached to bezels. Yeah, Gabby got keeping it 100 down to a science. She built nine, and I can comply with those standards. Throw the foes and close hampers. Cleanse them out, stay on our toes like slow dancers.
Keep the right ones around you, ones who's gon' keep you grounded.
Yeah.
Love is gon' hold you down when it all goes around.
Look,
Stay with the ones you came with. Protect your space, keep your circle sacred. Stay with the ones you came with. Protect your space, keep your circle sacred.
Oh yeah, such a good song, such good energy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We talked about that song when I interviewed you for Sound and Vision. But that part of the interview I don't think made the cut. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question I already asked y'all that they haven't heard yet.
Okay.
Which is about that song. Both being in Los Angeles now, being from San Francisco and Seattle, what does it mean and how do you keep your circle sacred now?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I come home a lot. So I tend to just keep my, you know what I'm saying? I go home and I kick it with the homies, you know what I'm saying? But really for the most part, you just kind of got to maneuver. I don't know. I kind of maneuver it the way I always have. You know, you keep, the ones that have been down and, your family and the close ones around and, everyone else, like you gotta pick and choose your circle wisely. And especially when you're, in an industry like we are and, you meet people every single day and, not everybody you meet is supposed to be in your circle. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta use your best judgment and, you gotta go with your gut and, both of those things, if you have both of those things, you'll know how to maneuver.
Yeah. I think really just like watching how people move and see what kind of goals they have, you know, and if they extend themselves in the way you do for others, you know, then you might have some commonalities in the type of friendships you keep. And for us being in LA, I think often what happens is, you know, we end up befriending folks that we admire. And, you know, have been lucky enough to keep in contact with those folks. And it's not something where you just hit people up when you need something, you know, because they're not going to keep you in their circle, you know. It's really checking in with people and letting them know that you see what they're doing and that you appreciate and support what they're doing. And if you're doing that, then reciprocity will find you.
Yeah, that's real life advice. I'm just so happy to hear y'all say that, because I think it applies and extends way beyond music. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, for younger artists that are coming up, I tell them that all the time, that keep good relationships and keep good relationships with people that bring the best out of you, because those relationships will take you further than any money, any so-called connection, any of that, you know?
Man, for real.
Yeah, and I hear you, Gab, like throughout the LP, you kind of come after clout a lot. I wanted to ask about that. There's a couple lyrics where you like, you just go
on clout.
Hell yeah.
Where you from, Cloud?
Set tripping on clout.
I guess you're right. It didn't even dawn on me till you said that. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I have in this album. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like 2019 was like the year of the clout, you know? And it was just like, that's kind of like the hip hop game anyway. Like, you to be braggadocious and like to just have the spotlight on you and to want all the attention. But like, I don't know, for some reason 2019 like put an actual name on it. And you know, I don't know, just for Blimes and I, like, we're just hella authentic and we don't really force things and just kind of let shit happen. And you know, more often than not, it's like we've come into the game and we've been doing it long enough to know like the things that we're willing to do and the things we're not willing to do and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like we don't have to like do the most to get the leash. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to like show our ass, and we don't have to like do attention seeking things. Like, the talent speaks for itself, and also just us being ourself speaks for itself. In, you know what I'm saying? In a world and an industry where everybody's like trying to be someone else to perhaps you know, appeal to, you know, the masses, but like we don't give a fuck about that. Sorry, I don't know if we're supposed to be cussing, but we don't give a hell about that.
We don't give a hell.
We don't give a darn about those things.
Hit the 2 and the 1-2 punch, just to add that like clout became more important than the talent. And like we're not for that. Like, it's frustrating as hell to turn on the radio and know that you have given your all day in and day out for a decade and put so much energy and effort into your bars and the musicality behind your music, and to hear people literally joking, like trolling in their lyrics and becoming famous is frustrating. So I could totally see why Gab was you know, coming for clout.
It's for sure the annoyance of putting in the work. Like, you don't like the average fan, and even just like the beginner artist or whatever, just doesn't really even have the slightest of the journey you're gonna have to go through to like be an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really don't even know the half of it until you get halfway to your 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, is mad sacrifices. It's like, I don't really know many other professions that, or not even professions, but like people that can take constant disappointment over and over and over and over and over again and still like keep going, because that's really what it is. Like, every day it's like, I don't even want to say a disappointment, but like, you know, you have expectations, or you make this song for a certain purpose and then it doesn't get picked up, or people don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just constant. Like, the lows are super low and the highs are far and few between, but when you get them, they're like, oh, amazing. But it's like the average person, I don't think, could really handle the realities that it takes to like be an artist, to be disappointed all the time, to have to do either, like you can't have two things. You have to have one or the other. So you have to make the sacrifices. You have to choose. You have to, maybe not spend the time with your family that you want to because you have things you have to do, in your career and stuff like that. So it's just, you go through all that and then you see, the other side, and it's like, someone just made like a TikTok and then the next day now they have a deal, and it's like,
right.
And then, you have the people that like comment and be like, oh man, you guys are way better than such and such. Why are you guys not big? And it's like, I don't know. Shit.
Don't know.
We too are thinking, I don't know. Like stream it more. I don't know. I really don't know. The powers that be, I don't know.
Yeah,
we need your
wild.
guys' help.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Y'all are such pure spitters, such pure MCs. I could never imagine y'all not doing it. You know what I mean? But I kind of want to ask this just to hear it in your words. Being what you just said, the challenges and the disappointments, what is it that keeps you going?
It's the not... Well, for me, I come from, aside from just music, I come from a super like athletic background. Both of my parents were not professional athletes, but like constant, like, my mom was on a basketball team. My dad was like a basketball coach, like always playing. I was in every single Garfield Community Center sports camp you can think of, even down to football. Like, why did my dad sign me up for a football camp? I don't know, but I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, have a competitive nature, you know what I'm saying, already. So it's one of those, like, I cannot fail. I cannot fail at this, just for me personally. And on top of that, I've been doing this for so long, and so many people are like hella proud of me and like riding on me. And, I have like nieces and nephews and cousins that like see me, and it's like, damn. So I don't have to like work a 9 to 5 and like to make money. Like, no, you don't have to have a job. Like that whole way of thinking is out. Like, you could find whatever it is that you're really, really good at, that you could do better than everybody else, lock in on it and then do it. And like, it's got to make you money. Like, it might not make you money immediately, but like it sure beats, you know what I'm saying, having to work a job. And no slight to anybody who has to, because, still at the end of the day, I have 10 other like jobs, aside from just doing music. But yeah, just, I can't fail. I have too many people that are like, looking up to me, and I will not work a job. So it just has to work. Like, I'm just not going to do it. Been there, done that. Like, no, I can't. I cannot work for somebody else. So this must work. So shit, this opportunity didn't work. I got to dust myself, give myself a day to pout, or, you know what I'm saying, to feel sorry for myself. Then the next day, let's get back to it, because, it's again, in this game, like today I could have a terrible L, but then the next day can be that W that, changes, my life. So that's really why we do it, just for those W's that really make it worth it,
Yeah, you're impacting and inspiring people that you don't even, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even get to see all the way, you know what I mean? I cannot wait for this pandemic to lift up so y'all can really get on tour and like see those people and have them see you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get inspired by your crowds. Like, I already know.
You know what's funny? Can I tell like a really quick story real quick?
Absolutely.
It just happened. So I'm literally out with my homegirl the other day going makeup shopping, and we're in the makeup store, and I keep getting, Sam LaChow keeps FaceTiming me. And I'm like, bruh, what the, like, I'm not finna answer this shit right now. So I keep ignoring his calls. And finally he texted me, he was like, bruh, can you talk? And I was like, call me back. So he finally calls me back. I answer, and he was like, so I'm in Dublin right now. And I was like, wait, what?
What?
He was like, yeah, it's the only place that's letting Americans in. I had to get away. And I was like, fair. So he was like, yeah, I'm in Dublin right now, and I ran into your biggest fans in the world. He was like, I was trying to get you on FaceTime with them. And I was like, oh damn, damn, I was busy. He was like, yeah, well, if I see them again, I'll call you back. And I was like, okay, cool. Maybe 10 minutes later, I get a missed call from Finland, and I didn't answer it because I'm like, that seems sketch. And then it calls again, so I answer, and it's a FaceTime, mind you, a FaceTime from Finland. I answer it, and it was the girls that he had met up with. So I guess he had given them my number, and they were like,
Why did you do that?
Love you so. I don't know, but they're sweet. They're hella
Okay,
sweet.
that's cool.
And it was just hella crazy because I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Like, what
Yeah.
the heck? Like, in Dublin.
Global.
And they're like, Gab, we're your biggest fans. She was like, every time your verse comes on in action figures, I make everybody stop what they're doing. No one can rap your verse. Everybody can rap everybody else's verses, but yours, no one can rap it. I was like, that is hilarious.
That's some respect.
Right.
I love
Your
it.
name.
I love
I was
it.
like, damn, all the way in Dublin, huh?
All the way. Yeah. You got anything you want to add to that, Blimes?
Man, for real, like Method Man telling me that I was gifted in this shit was it. Like
I would quit after that.
I literally
Personally.
could not quit because of that moment. So the opportunities keep presenting themselves. I also just have to stay humble and remember how important our job is because of the amount of people gunning for the opportunities that we've gotten. And remember that 12-year-old me would have been so impressed with an eighth of the things that I've accomplished, I just have to remember that we really are living a dream, getting to do this for a profession. Whether every month, makes it rain or not, often not, especially during a pandemic, that's not important. For me, the success is doing what we love and showing the rest of, a country, not a country, the rest of the world, that they can be themselves and succeed at that and be loved.
Absolutely.
Because if we was in it for the money, we would just learn a trade.
Right.
Electricians Union.
Right. I would be building the Key Arena right now. Like,
Right. Man, I can't thank y'all enough, man. And you're showing the world that skills matter. You know what I mean? And
facts.
Thank you, Gabriel.
this next
That's
song,
the goal for real.
It matters. It matters.
It should be the only thing that matters. But
It should be the only thing that matters because all the BS we just talked about, though,
That's why I was so relieved when Come Correct went off. Because I was like, oh, thank God people still care about lyrics. Thank God. So,
Absolutely. This next song is some of my favorite lyricism on the album. More than just an intro, Baptism. You guys want to talk about this?
Oh man, this is personally one of my favorites on the album, just because it's just so hardcore, and I love when an album just smacks you across the face immediately. Give me the hardest intro you can. I need to I don't care if this is the hardest song on the I don't care if the rest of the album fails or pales in comparison to this. The intro got to be hard as hell. So I think we definitely did that with this one.
Let's hear it. Baptism, live on KEXP at home with Blimes and Gab.
Yee.
gang, gang.
Pew, 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 pew.
Like a syndicate.
This is Baptism, the intro to our album. Talk about it. Come on, if you haven't heard it, go peep. Sing the intro, this is Baptism. Yeah. Break 'em off.
We do the shit the Luther way. Sharpshooting, march through your crew. It has nothing to do with MLK. Burning sage lit the way through the disarray. Hit the stage, blaze, made them raise, then come out to play.
Y'all been taking double L's like you hang around a J. You're not down to blaze with two girlies from around the way. Can't leave rap alone. We got hella ground to break. And most these bitches motives fishier than rainbow trout souffle.
Clout is gay. Asked Blime, she said that's okay to say. Cause nowadays you on watch like 40 in a major way. People sending shots, spit it on face me, bitch. I eat those. I spit back flames and leave stains like hot Cheetos.
I'm the daughter of a warrior, Layla Ali. My city raised a G, never will you play my team. I'm Draymond Green, Curry with the free throws, high iced tea. Is you beefing, bitch? I might be.
You have to reach a mountain peak to get high as me. The way I see it's like piano keys. You ain't playing next to G's. You don't have the type of bags that handle all these groceries. I have these niggas breaking backs to me on they bended knees.
To put it all out on the table like a centerpiece. The shots you take place slow, I guess the rendering. We keep 1,000 feet in front of you, just like a centipede. 90s energy, like Keanu Reeves in denim jeans.
And most cats don't know that we will rap. Circles round you Urkels, that is no cap. I'm Kurt Cat, my fleet strap. You peep that? Take him back to earth, give him a dirt nap. Got your mama dusting off her church hat.
I heard that. I'm raving, I have vision, it's badminton. Make the birdie fly, your whole message is half written. My gas tank has a match in it, the bar hath risen.
This ain't the intro, this a baptism. This ain't the intro, this a baptism. This ain't the intro, this a baptism.
They said do it, we gon' go ahead and rap to
Come on.
Why?
Warrior.
My mama raised her.
Warrior.
My papa raised her.
Warrior.
My mama raised her.
Warrior.
Oh, my papa raised her.
Warrior.
My mama raised her.
Warrior.
My papa raised her.
Warrior.
My mama raised her.
Warrior.
Oh, my papa raised her.
My father raised us.
I really do.
Oh, I didn't know we coming back on right now.
Right.
Baptism, that was hard. I really just thought the next song was coming on. But
What else?
here we are. Here we are. Man, y'all spit so hard on there. This next song features one of my favorite MCs, one of my biggest inspirations, Bahamadia, on the album version. I wanted to ask y'all, just given the lyricism and the level of lyricism on all these songs, who are some of y'all's greatest inspirations in that?
Man, for me, growing up, I got into hip hop hella young, and I was into TLC. Like
I love TLC too. That's tight.
early on. Like that's one of my earliest groups. Hey now,
Sorry.
being inspired by. But then getting into like the roots hella heavy. I was into the musicality of that because of the music in my family. And man, shit, in terms of like MCs, I would definitely say Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, and then if we're talking like, yeah, Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah, Bahamadia were all like influential sounds to me. Even if like I couldn't identify all of them from that age, I just remember listening, if I hear like a MC Light record today, it'll take me back to when I heard it when I was younger. And I was like, I want to do that,
Mm-hmm.
Go off.
Shoot, my I guess hip hop influences growing up were, really still to this day, I really was always into like funny spitters. So like I was really, really, really into Ludacris and Eminem and Redman. So like all those guys that like rap really well, but like was also funny. So like whether they, crack jokes or have funny bars in their lyrics or their videos were funny. Like I've always just liked the mesh of like comedy and music. So yeah, those are like my biggest, not even gonna say biggest influences, but that's what I heavily listened to as a kid, just like funny rappers. And then there was also the other side, which was a lot of like soul and funk and like neo soul and stuff like that. So I got that side. So a lot of like like Erykah Badu and like Jill Scott and stuff like that, and like music, Soul Child from my auntie, and then my mom was like really, really big on the soul and funk. So like that was where the Ohio Players was her favorite. What I'm saying, James Brown, Anita Baker, and all that. So a solid mesh. And then I have an older brother, and so I got to listen to him or stuff that I probably shouldn't have been listening to. from him. So I even remember the first time I heard like Brother Lynch Hung and I didn't like it. I was like, this shit is scary. but yeah, just very influenced by all the sounds around me,
Yeah, I love it. How important, or what was it like working with Bahamadia on this next joint we're about to hear?
Oh man. Honestly, it's like working with somebody that like you've known for hella. You know what I'm saying? Like it was very much just, I don't even want to say regular like a bad thing. It was just regular like, not like we're going to like, record with like one of our idols. You know what I'm saying? Like picked her up from the hotel, went to the studio, recorded the song, was chopping it up the whole way to the studio, cracking jokes, did the song, came out amazing. Then like we went and got tacos afterwards. Like it was very much like something we would do with anyone else. So we like, kind of treated her in the same, respect as far as like, this is kind of how we do things. We don't take ourselves hella seriously. You know what I'm saying? We get the job done, but like at the same time, like we have to be able to vibe. Like it's not really one of those. I mean, there's been plenty of times, where we've done songs through email and stuff like that, but that's not really how we like to get down. Like really at the end of the day, it really has everything to do with vibe and connection. So if I don't really like you, I couldn't possibly make a song with you. You know what I'm saying? Because like on top of me just not liking you, like it usually doesn't just end with the song. So if I don't like you, like that means that like this song could blow up. Then we have to do a video. Then we have to do press run. Now I'm stuck with you. I shouldn't even fucking did this. You know what I'm saying? So like we really have to like vibe and like have a connection and be able to like get along just as humans, you know what I'm saying, before the music, if anything. And they say you never want to like meet your idols, but like Bahamadia, like it's like we've known her for years, and like she's a really, really good friend of ours now, so couldn't ask for a better outcome in the scenario.
Real talk. We gave her the family test. Can we take you to the living room studio? Can we take you to the taco truck? Like, will you pass the 45-minute drive to the studio test and we can all converse? And she passed with flying colors. I hope we pass with flying colors. But also she's hella spiritual and full of wisdom. And it was just like every time she spoke, I was just like really listening and try to peep game. Because she's all about sisterhood, all about unity, and just all about like really, watering your inner garden and harvesting the seeds that you're nurturing.
Beautiful. My Way, Blimes and Gab, live on KEXP at home.
This one is called My Way.
Featuring the legendary Bahamadia.
Yes.
Yeah. See this cloth, I cut it. DOES, I does it. I'm authentic and publish what I feel I do. In private, you said you loved it, but synthetic in public, you augmented your truth. Is that hard for your heart to stomach?
But fuck it, I keep it moving. You doing nothing but proving my point. I'm getting annoyed. Somebody roll me a joint. I'm employed to my own self, enhancing my own wealth. Slow dancing with my passion. I planted it, ain't just happened.
I planted the seeds I sow. I plotted the land I fuck with. They plans is moving slower than buckets of Robitussin. Immaculate self-destruction is something I'm used to. My mind is my construction. I jump in my own pool.
So you can do you and I'ma do better. Too blessed to be stressed. I am the seventh letter. Demanding what I deserve as I leave him with a word. Yes, sir. Blowing kisses as I flip him the bird.
Yeah.
I sewed the fabric and created the cloth, baby. I do it my way. I bet you good money, but whatever the cost, baby. I do it my way.
Cause doing it like the rest would be taking a loss. Nah, I'ma go my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way, I'ma do it my way.
I'ma go my way.
You can stay true.
I'ma go my way.
You can stay true.
I'ma go my way. I'ma go my way.
And you can stay true.
Blimes and Gab, Live on KEXP at home. Thank y'all so much. Talk about it. The album's out right now. Anything else you want to alert KEXP listeners to? Things they should be looking out for?
Go hear that Baha Medea verse on that one.
Right.
Yeah,
You can't get it here. Go get it on the record.
Yes, stream the album. It is everywhere where you stream your music in the first place.
Yeah, and keep it on loop. You know, put the songs in your playlists so they come up in all your rotations. Because we're independent artists, man, and we're trying to keep the lights on. We're in a pandemic. Right. It's crazy.
Is it crazy? Is it on Bandcamp as well?
It's not.
It is not on Bandcamp.
No.
We'll talk about that off air, but you know,
Okay.
Bandcamp Friday, all the music goes to the artist. Just putting that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't know they were doing that every Friday. I thought that was just like
one Friday a month.
Oh, tight. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Shouts out Bandcamp.
For real.
But yeah, support Blimes and Gab everywhere they are, and
Yes.
there's TV shows on the way.
TV shows on the way. You know what I'm saying? New music soon.
Come on. Mm-hmm.
Videos soon.
We got a little merch run.
Merch soon. Also check out the website, blimesandgab.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got all the stuffs.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Thank y'all so much. This has been
Thank
live on
you.
KEXP at home. Much love. Peace, y'all.
Thanks, KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.